Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning to one and all. Today we start with chapter 3 of your social science 2 subject, physiography and drainage. Physiography means the different forms of landform, whereas in India and Brazil, today we shall be doing physiography of India. India has been divided into 5 parts, namely the Himalayas, the North Indian plains, the peninsula region, the coastal plains, and the islands of India. If you have your textbook at hand, please open it to your page number 14 so that you can look at the map, and I shall explain it to you in detail in accordance with by looking at the map itself. Here, first and foremost, we start with the region of Himalayas. The Himalayas are not one mountain. It's not one mountain, it's a range of mountains. If you look at your map on page number 14, right on the top of it, you can see the Great Himalayas written out there. Then you have your Shivalik range below that. Actually, if you take from north to south, the Himalayas have been divided into 3 parts. One is the southernmost part, you can see, is your Shivalik range in the northern part of India, which is in pink in color. Then below that or above that is your Trans Himalaya or the Himadris, and in between both of them is your Himadris, and above that is your Greater Himalayas. So that was the region of the Himalayan regions, which starts from Tajikistan at the Pamir knot right up to your east of your Arunachal Pradesh. The state of Arunachal Pradesh is out there. Then you have from the western side to the eastern side, it is your Kashmir region, Western Himalayas, known as your Kashmir region. And then the central Himalayas or the Kumaon region, where you can see you have the different regions. That's your Nainital out there, Mussoorie out there, the Kanchenjunga region out there in that particular region. And then finally you come to the eastern Himalayas, that the states of eastern Himalayas, the states of India, that is your Arunachal Pradesh, your Assam, your Meghalaya, your Tripura, Nagaland. All these are the states that are covered with the Himalayan region. In India, the highest peak in India is the Mount K2. If you look into your map on page number 14, right on top where it is written Karakoram, just out there, see very carefully, it's written in a very minute manner, very tiny manner, K2. K2 is the highest peak of India, and the height of that mountain is 8,611 meters. The highest mountain of the world is in the country of Nepal, and that is your Mount Everest, which is 8848 meters in height. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest, which is 8848 meters. But the highest peak in India is your K2, which is 8611 meters in height, Then you move down to the North Indian plains, that is, you can see out there, it's written out there just below the Himalayas, the northern plains. That is the region of the northern plains where it starts right from Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. You can see the great Indian desert out there, the Marwar plateau out there, the Sambar lake out there, Rohilkhand, the Jaipur, Mewar Plateau, Bundelkhand, Bhagelkhand, all these are in your North Indian plains in your map page number 14. All the states of Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, parts of Bihar and West Bengal all come into your North Indian plains. Out here you can see the river Ganga. Okay, we'll take that later on where we study the drainage part of it. We'll do that in that part of the drainage system. We'll move with the Ganga plain. That's the part of the North Indian plains in that case. Then we move on to the peninsular region. The peninsular region is the center part of India, where you can see the Aravalli range, and then you have the Bundelkhand, that is in the North Indian plains. Below that, the Vindhya range is there, the Satpura range is there. From there right down to the Karnataka plateau, the Sahyadri range, the Maharashtra plateau, the Deccan plateau, the Telangana plateau, all these are in your peninsular region. India is the largest peninsula in the world. India is the largest peninsula in the world. What is a peninsula? What is a peninsula? Peninsula is a region of land surrounded by water on three sides. Whereas here India, if you look at the lower part of India, is this way. This is your Deccan, your peninsular region, which is surrounded by the Arabian Sea out here. Arabian Sea, your Indian Ocean at the bottom, and the Bay of Bengal. The Bay of Bengal on the eastern part. This is the eastern part, this is the western part. Eastern part has the Bay of Bengal, the western part has your Arabian Sea, and the south has the Indian Ocean. So that is India has the largest peninsular region. If you look at your peninsular region, I told you the northern plain, just below the northern plain you have the Vindhya ranges, the Satpura ranges, the Maharashtra plateau, the Deccan plateau, Telangana plateau, Sahyadri ranges, all these are in your peninsular region. Next we move into your coastal plain, coastal region, which is starting from Rann of Kutch. If you look at your figure 3.1 on page number 14, it starts from Rann of Kutch. The complete coastline of India is of 7,517 kilometers. Right from Rann of Kutch, from the western side of India, move down to Kanyakumari or the Tirunathapuram region out there, then up to your New Moor Island out there, where it is completely 7,517 kilometers in length. That is your coastal plains. Along with the coastal plains, you can see that the Ghats are also there. On the coastal plains, you have the Western Ghats, the Malabar coast, then you have the Eastern Ghat and the Coromandel coast. If you look at the figure on page 14, figure 3.1, you will see that the Western Ghats are in one piece, in one range completely. And on the other hand, if you look at the Eastern Ghats, it is broken up. Why is the difference in that? The Western Ghats do not have rivers at all, because the rivers originate in the Western Ghats, but they flow towards the Eastern Ghats and move into the Bay of Bengal. in that case. So therefore your rivers are most of them flowing eastwards. They start from the west, all start from the western Ghats and move towards the eastern side of India and empty themselves into the Bay of Bengal. Now we move on to the island groups of India. India has two groups of islands, one in the Arabian Sea and the other in the Bay of Bengal. The islands of the Arabian Sea is your Lakshadweep Island, where the capital of Lakshadweep Island is Kavaratti, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the region of or the Bay of Bengal, and the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Island is Port Blair. Where else apart from that, the Indira Point, which is the southernmost point of India, you can see out there, which is the southernmost point of India, and that is the islands of India. The islands of India are made up of active volcanoes, and whenever any volcano erupts, another island comes into life, and people do obviously go on adventures and learn a lot of things in that way. So these are the 5 parts of the physiography of India. If you have doubts, if you have queries, you're most welcome to ask me, and most important, I would ask you to refer to your YouTube and write Phonics Educare right out there, chapter 3, standard 10 geography. You will get the complete detail of physiography and drainage of standard 10 in that case. Any other doubt, you're most welcome to ask me as and when required. You can chat with me, you can send message to me, you can call me also. And this is my lecture for regarding India's physiography. In my next lecture, I shall be going in for Brazil's physiography. Thank you. Jazakallah.